What's up? What's up? What's up? What's going on, everybody? Sorry I'm late. Y'all know I'm always late. At least a few minutes. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Forgive me. Hey, hey, hey. Hey. What it do? What it do? Happy Thanksgiving. What it do, girl? Y'all all right? Happy Thanksgiving. Belated. Hey, Della. Hey, Missy. Hey, Mama 3. Hey, y'all. Oh, Lord. I just sprayed ketchup all over my pillow. What's going on? Did y'all have a good Thanksgiving? I didn't. And I'm going to tell y'all all about it. I'm going to tell y'all all about it. Listen, I just I just got home from my from the kids seeing their godmother we haven't seen in a few months because we both work at Amazon, but she worked a hellish. She worked from 1:20 in the morning until 12 noon the next day. The devil is a lie. Nah, I work 8 to midnight, 8:30 to 12:30. Yeah, it was okay. Nah, we didn't have no Thanksgiving. We didn't have a traditional Thanksgiving. I took the kids out to eat, and I'll explain why. Because, oh gosh, I spoke too soon when I told you me and my mama was getting along. We ain't getting along, and it's not through any fault of my own. It's just that I already know what it is because I lived with her for a long time, so I know how she do. And so I'll explain to y'all what happened because Vern pissed me off because he's still not giving me any money or doing anything that he's supposed to be doing. So he kind of it's like every time he calls me, I don't even want to answer the phone half the time because he don't be calling about nothing. Just talking about, oh, I'm finna get us a place and oh, we finna get back together. And I'm just like, I don't want to hear none of that. I don't care. I don't want to hear none of it. Go away. I don't want to hear nothing. When you gonna give me some money? And so he's like, why you always say that? Why you always say that? And it's just like, because I'm taking care of these kids by myself. Like, what's going on, girl? I'm taking care of them by myself. Like, what do you mean? Like, what do we have to talk about? Like, the ship has sailed. We go to court next month. Like, leave me alone about getting back together. But anyway, let me tell y'all the situation and what happened. So y'all know I live with my parents, and I have a very tumultuous, to say the least, relationship with my mother because my mother's very controlling, and she just has little idiosyncrasies about herself that's really like she really shouldn't invite people to live at her house, but she does. And it's like she got to push all of she imposes her belief system on everybody, but she does a lot of petty stuff too. So we've been getting along great. Everything has been fine. I have been going over and beyond to not get into anything with them because my kids, see, one thing about children, you have to be careful who you let watch your kids, especially people who talk trash behind your back in front of your children when they are aware and can repeat what you say. And so my oldest has been telling me that my mother talks about me badly in their presence. And so I was just like, okay, yeah. So what did she say? And so she was complaining because y'all know I work 8 p.m. to 12:30 a.m. So what I was doing was that I would, bathe the kids, feed them, them in their beds with their tablets, and they could watch their tablets until it's time to go to bed. And I would, say, 8 o'clock. it's a wrap. Tell them to go to bed. And um, so then my daughter was just like, "Oh, Nana said that why you don't make sure that we sleep before you leave?" And I was just like, "Oh, for real? Okay, cool. So you don't want to put them to bed. So fine." So what I've been doing is before I leave the house, I have to be to work at 8, and I work all the way in Doral. And so that's like a good almost 30 minutes. I be flying, so I get there in 15. But anyway, so what I'm doing is I make sure that the children are completely asleep, like snoring sleep, before I leave, just so that nobody has to do anything extra for them. I also asked her not to cook for them because my mother's Caribbean, so she cooks with lots and lots of vegetables. And you know how children are. They're going to pick and they're going to whine. They're not going to want to eat it. That's another problem too, because then she gets mad if if they don't like what she fixed. She she gets upset and she will kick them out of the kitchen and won't feed them at all. You can't do that. You have to feed children. You have to feed them, and so just feed them what they will eat. I pick my battles. I was forced to eat so much stuff as a child. I don't force my kids to eat anything that they don't want. You either eat what I cook or you eat a bowl of cereal. Hey girl. So that was another issue. So I had to talk with her and I was like, listen, I appreciate what you're doing or whatever, but just don't cook anything special because I don't want you to be offended if they don't eat it. And she was like, I'm not gonna be offended. I said, oh yeah, you're offended now. And so she got pissed off and she walked off and she just like walked off. Oh, I just won't feed your kids at all. And I was just like, yeah, you're gonna make it a mountain. You're gonna make it you gonna make it a big deal. But that's okay. You can do that. So anyway, moving on to the next thing. You know, when if y'all go back to the house tour that I did probably a few weeks ago, y'all will see where I'm living at. They replaced the sliding glass doors for regular open and shut doors, and it's glass. And you know how kids are; they always put their hands. Kids are being kids, and apparently that's a problem. So now we're complaining about fingerprints everywhere. So I'm busting my butt out of all of the stuff that I'm going through. I have to make sure I clean up behind them, make sure they don't leave any fingerprints anywhere. I'm cleaning windows, making sure they don't drop food all over the place. I wash clothes, and it's just so much trying to keep up so that I am not offending anyone, you know? And so we just stay out of her way. I make sure things are clean. So now I was sitting to the dining room table and I was eating. And so here she come again with some more bullshit. Do you not know how to change the lint thing out the dryer? And I'm looking at her like, you're clearly bored. Like, really? The lint thing, that's what you're complaining about now. And I looked at her and I was just like, well, I'm not an idiot. Of course I know how to change it. What's the problem? Oh, I wasn't trying to say anything. I just wanted to know if you knew how to do it. I said, of course I know how to do it. Like, what's your point? So she walked off and that was that. So here goes some more stuff. So now they usually go to church, yeah, to complain about all the time. So here's something else. So they usually go to church. My mother is a 7-day Adventist, a devout 7-day Adventist. I don't know why she's so devout. Yeah, she's a devout 7-day Adventist. So y'all know, if y'all know anything about 7-day Adventists, the Sabbath starts at sunset Friday and ends sunset Saturday. So you ain't really supposed to be doing no work. work. But the only time that I have to do the things that I need to do, I have to pace myself. I have to wash when I can because she monopolizes the washing machine. And so I wait till they go to church and I'll wash my clothes, wash all of the sheets. And then she had came to me before and was like, oh, do you wash the blankets and the sheets? And I'm looking at her like, I wash them every week. Like, what do you want? I wash them every week. Why don't you go up there and smell it? I use Tide, I use Gain, I use the most expensive washers. You could smell the shit a mile away. You know I wash them. Like, what do you want? So they got home early. They usually go out to eat, but they got home early and I got caught washing. deep down inside, I already knew I wasn't supposed to be washing or whatever. But I ain't no fucking Seventh Day Adventist. I ain't. That ain't my religion. But I got caught washing. So she goes into the family room. I'm sitting in the dining room with the laundry and stuff, and she's talking, of course, loud enough for me, this big secret meeting about big deal about me washing on Saturday. So later on that day, my dad comes to me. He was just like, listen. And he tried to set it up like, don't get mad, Shantika. And I was just like, what now? She didn't say anything yet, but please do not wash clothes on Saturday. And I was just like, it's your fault because y'all was supposed to go out. He said, I know. And so I was like, God damn, like I can't wash. And so he was like, oh, wash on Sunday. Okay, cool. I'll wash on Sunday. So guess what Patty does? Since you don't want me to wash on Saturday, Patty gets up and gets like 4 loads of laundry, and she washes clothes knowing that I'm supposed to be washing on Sunday. And not only does she wash on Sunday, she washes her clothes, then takes the clothes out of the washing machine and hangs them, the wet clothes, on top of the washing machine so that nobody could touch it. Really? Really? And I said, can you explain to me why this is happening? Like, are we that bored? I thought we were booked and busy. Like, what the hell is going on? So you bitched about me washing. You gave me an alternate day, and the alternate day that you give me, right? Exactly. Just being petty. She washes, then takes all of the wet clothes and just leaves, hangs it over the washing machine, and like obstructs it so nobody can wash, and then hauls ass and leaves for the whole day. You know what I did? I took them damn clothes, put it to the side. I washed and dried. Hey, girl, I washed all of my clothes, dried them, and took her wet shit and put it right back. Cause I just like, what the hell? Like, what you gonna do? Whip my ass? Like, I don't have to. Right, but don't invite me. Like, how you? Wants her house back? She don't be here. She don't, I don't, we're not obstructing her. We're not doing anything. I mean, I know what I'm doing and I'm not doing. So, I mean, I don't have a problem with living in a hotel at all. Like, I literally have a list of hotels right now. My dad refuses, and I'm gonna tell y'all what's going on. You came in, just listen. So here we go with the bullshit. So I washed my clothes, and that was that. So out of good faith, you know, I went, I know Thanksgiving was coming up, so that Friday I decided, oh yeah, Petty Paula all day. So I decided, because I don't have to pay rent, my father pays all of the bills. Okay, he does everything. And so, like, my dad is running the show. So he's financially supporting the household as far as the roof over our head. But I take care of everything because I do work for a living. I work part-time, but I work 5 days a week because I've been with Amazon. You could pick up extra shifts. And so I've been picking up extra shifts every week just to get some extra money. So then I took her out of all this petty stuff she's been doing. I said, the way that I can contribute through groceries. So I told her, go to the grocery store. You can pick out whatever you want. I know you want to cook for Thanksgiving, whatever. She goes, and not only does she pick what she wants, she spends $537 freaking dollars and 75 cents. One thing about me is if somebody offers me something, I'm not gonna spend astronomically. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you do that? You don't cook every single day. Why do you need 3 turkeys at $42 a piece? $42.99 a piece. Didn't get one, get 3. Just really like gonna just take advantage of me, you know? Out of all the shit that you're doing, I didn't have to do anything. She spent over $500 in groceries. And so I said, okay. I didn't say nothing. And I was just like, them groceries better last you a lifetime because that will be never again. No, nobody comes over here because she done ran everybody away. She got kicked out of church. Out of one of her churches, they sent her a letter, told her ass not to come. So it ain't me. So she spent all this money. Okay, cool. So one evening I had was upstairs brushing the girls' teeth because I supervised them brushing their teeth. What's that water running? Why the water running? And I'm just like, oh my God. She comes upstairs and it's just like, I just wanted to see why the water was running. I said, Mom, we're brushing our teeth. We're getting ready to get in the shower because the way the shower works is that you have to turn it on and let it get hot. This ain't apartment living where we had gas. I lived in an apartment with gas. And so, exactly. And so, what I did, even before she said anything about the water, me and the kids was taking a shower together. So, it's nobody wasting nothing, nobody, because I knew eventually it's going to be something said about the water. So, she tried to turn the shower off, and I was like, hey, stop. The shower has to get hot. Oh, the water is, I said, it got to get hot. What you want me to put them in the shower and the freaking water's cold? So she went on by her business. So that he had started the water bullshit. So then we took a shower, went to bed. The very next day, I literally was gone all day because I had a lot of running around to do. I had not seen her or spoken to her because I get up at the crack of dawn and I'm out the house by 7:15 because Valerian has to go to pre-K, has to go to nursery school by 7:30. Viola's school starts at 8 o'clock. She does breakfast at 8 o'clock. And so I get them off. Not even, don't even know what the bill looked like since 1998. My dad told me that. But hold on. So then I hadn't seen her the entire day. The entire day. And mind you, when I went grocery shopping, I had bought a couple of things too. I can't buy a lot because this ain't my house. I don't have nowhere to put it. So I just bought a lot of like little stuff for the kids and stuff to put in my refrigerator. I refrigerate shit that don't even belong in the refrigerator just so that I don't mix our stuff together. But I had a little space in the back of the pantry where I stored all my stuff. You literally have to go in there and dig it out to see it. It's not obstructing shit. So just keep that in mind. I had bought a little bit of stuff too, but not as much as she bought. She bought over $500 worth of freaking groceries for what? I don't know. But I didn't say shit. I didn't tell her to put nothing back. So that day, the day that we got into, well, we didn't really get into, well, yeah, we did. Anyway, let me just tell my story. So fast forward the next day, went the whole day, everything. And so I picked the kids up from school. I said my hellos, how you doing? She took off and she left. And when I came back home, she wasn't home. And every time, and it's so crazy because whenever we come down the road and my kids don't see her truck, they be like, Nana's not home. Yay, we can make noise. And I'm just like, wow. Like that's so like messed up that the kids be like so excited that her ass ain't there because they can make noise and be children because they locked up in the room all the time or outside. That's why I spend so much time at the park because I'll spend 4 or 5 hours at the park because they always got to be quiet. So and wait to well hold on. So but speaking of noise, since my mom has was kicked out of her church and because of COVID, she hasn't been going to Bible study. So what she's been doing, she's been having Bible study at her house in the living room, which she won't allow nobody to sit in because that's now been converted to the sanctuary. She calls the living room the sanctuary and nobody can't go in there. And she has this laptop where she watches her church and everything. She have a full service. She'll have praise and worship with herself and literally take the music, the volume, and blast it to the loudest volume that she could do. And not only does she blast the music, she will sing at the top of her lungs. She does this Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Friday night, and Saturday morning, blasting music and sitting there singing at the top of her lungs. Do I say anything? And she's trying to do that because she wants to make living here so uncomfortable that I will leave. And so, but one thing about the way this house is set up is when you close the door and turn on the television, it muffles everything out. And I I have my earphones and the kids have their tablets, which they blast. So it doesn't, but it's the principle. Like I'll just put the kids to bed and she'll crank up the damn computer to blasting. Didn't say nothing about that. So the day in question, I came home from taking the kids, from picking up the kids from school. So as soon as we get into the house, I tell them, get in the shower because of COVID and all that, get all that, you know, get all the cooties off. And so we get right. So, like I normally do because the water has to heat up. I turn the shower on and I was because Valerian can't take off her clothes like by herself. So Violet's stripping and while the water is, getting warm. And so I took the clothes off. So as I walk into them to get into the shower, I hear the garage door opening. And my dad was actually sitting in the living room watching Judge Judy because he loved Judge Judy. And so he was sitting in there. And so as soon as she opened the door and entered the door, what's that water running? And so here go my dad, Elma, they taking a goddamn shower. Cause he was just so like, come on, like you doing too much. That was his first reaction. Like they taking a goddamn shower, like stop. And so, and she was like, I just asked the question and you gonna go off on me like that? And it's like, you being ridiculous. You just got home. You don't even know what's going. They just got home. They're taking a shower. So she gets mad and she hauls ass and she leaves. So the very next day after I dropped the kids, so we took a shower and everything. I don't know what, like we don't be around her. Jealous of fucking what? The air that I breathe? Like we literally, like when the kids don't go to school, we wake up in the morning, I take them to Golden Corral or McDonald's, we eat breakfast and I pack up a bunch of snacks and stuff and we sit at CB Smith Park from 9 a.m. until 2 o'clock in the damn afternoon. We come home, take a nap, they play on their tablets until I get ready to go to work, and they're in the bed by 6:30. That's early for kids. They and it's thank God time changing to get dark, but they're in the bed by 6:30 p.m. because they have to be asleep before I leave. So jealous of what? Just my presence? Like why? I just bought you $500 worth of groceries. Go play in some cake mix. Like leave me alone. So the very next day, when I came home, I was looking for something in the cabinet for me to cook. So I went into the cabinet. Girl, let me tell y'all why she took every single piece of food, cereal, canned goods, every single piece of food, seasoning, everything, took all of my food and threw it on the back porch. Threw it on the back porch, took all of my food, threw my food on the back porch. Threw it on the back porch. That's not my problem. Maybe if she focused more on a relationship versus beating the shit out of us. My mother used to sit on our backs and beat us. Like, come on. We used to have to get undressed and naked and lay across the bed for her to beat us. Who's gonna like you? You understand what I'm saying? She took all of our food, all of my food, every single piece of food that I purchased is on the back porch. Threw it on the back porch. When I tell you, my first instinct, because when people do stuff to me, and this has been building and building and building, but that was the straw that broke the camel's back. I was so damn mad. And so I went and I got everything because she had left a few things. And so I collected the rest of the remnant stuff that was left and I reorganized because I had a bookcase that I bought that I brought from my house. And my dad was using it to put all of like the Capri Suns and the kids' drinks and extra drinks to store it out there. But she decided since she was mad because my dad had took up for me, she was gonna get pissed off and take all my food and throw it on the back porch outside next to the fucking dog food. My food, and I'm gonna show y'all tomorrow. The next time when I do another vlog or whatever, I'm gonna show y'all because she downstairs, so I can't show you. But if I could show y'all, I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna I'm a vlog, and then I'm gonna show y'all where my food is on the back porch, and y'all gonna be like, "What the hell?" I was so angry because I don't do anything to her. I go out of my way to stay out of her way, and for you to do that to me after I spent all this money, I could understand if I was some freeloading chick that, girl, you better come on, hey. I could understand if I left my kids with you all the time. I was trifling. I didn't get a job. Yeah, I can only keep so much. My room is so freaking like I keep some stuff in there, but like snacks and stuff, because she's like anti-snacks. She's really anti-snacks. And so I keep all of the snacks. And I took everything and put it in my room. And I put a lock on my damn door. When I first moved in, she said I could, but she wasn't messing with me, so I never did it. But when she started, I was so angry. And it was nighttime, almost time for the kids to go to bed. I said, y'all put your shoes on. I went to Walmart and I got locks, two deadbolt locks, and put it on my damn bedroom door. I was so mad. My dad was like, "What is going on?" I said, "She threw all my shit on the back porch because of of she mad about the water." He was just like, "What the hell?" So I was so angry about that because I'm like, I don't do nothing to this damn lady. Sorry, I'm eating. I'm hungry. I just got home with these kids, and so yeah, I have to eat something. But anyway, so then, so then later on that day, my brother comes over. Yeah, I have a full fridge. I brought my fridge, and my deep freezer is on the back porch because that's the only place to put it. I brought my refrigerator and my deep freezer from my apartment. So that's there. But she can't poison them against me because she's never with them. I stopped her from babysitting them after she beat Valerian with a PVC pipe and busted Viola's lip. Bloody busted her lip. She can't baby. I told y'all she cannot babysit them no more. She can't poison. She can't. And once I know, hey girl, yes she did. You know, because she wanted to whoop Viola for something that I didn't really think. I don't beat my kids for everything, and I don't beat them. I'm the popping mom. I pop. That's it. You get that one good pop, and that's it. I don't do all that whooping and beating. And so I would never send. If I went once I move out, I'm gonna be working completely 100% remotely from home. So it ain't no babysitting and all of that shit. So anyway, so she threw all my food on the back porch. So later on that day, my brother comes by, and so I went to sleep, and so he comes in, and I was just like, he comes to my room, and I was trying to like tell him what was going on or whatever, but he was acting so weird, like he didn't want to talk to me. And so, oh no, honey. And so, he came. I was trying to talk to him about what was going on, but he was acting weird, like he didn't want to listen. And then he started with this crap about, oh, it doesn't matter what she does, because you have to honor that father and that mother. And I just hate when people bring scripture to justify why parents treat their kids horribly. Because the Bible also say, "Thou shalt not provoke your child to wrath." Like, we had to memorize scripture too. So you can't use scripture to manipulate me, honey, because I can quote them same scriptures and reapply it back to your damn life. And so I was just like, how you so self-righteous and you don't even know the situation? Second, like, weren't you the one that be screwing at her house while she home, coming home at 3 o'clock in the morning? Like, you disrespected her whole entire existence when you was living here. So don't come talking to me. I don't do none of that stuff. You know, you haven't given your mother 50 cents in like 15 years, like, let alone groceries. Like, what the hell are you even talking about? So he got triggered and called himself trying to jump on me, and we was finna go at it, baby, because I was just like, please, yes, honey. Yeah, treats him like he's freaking gold, that bullshit boy favoritism shit. And then he be talking to her crazy too, but let me say shut the hell up, then I'm going to hell. Psh, you first. And so he gets all riled up all in my face and wants to fight me. And my dad runs up here and breaks us all up. And I was just like, what did you tell him? Because I know, like, what did you say to him? And see, my dad didn't even know that she had took my shit and threw it off the back. Because my dad talks too much a lot, so I don't really tell him a lot of things because he runs his mouth too much. He means well, he's a great guy, but he like Channel 7 News, honey. And so I don't know what was said. I don't know if my mother said something to my brother because he came with a real messed up energy trying to quote scripture on me, and I was just like, I'm not having it. And so I was just like, she threw my shit on the back porch. He was like, "What the hell are you talking about?" I said, "Go look on the back porch and see all that shit." Oh, she told me that she was just reorganizing. She was just reorganizing. I was just like, she ain't reorganizing shit. Like my stuff. I've been living here since October 4th. My stuff was already prearranged in the I don't know. Prearranging the pantry, like you wait till a certain incident to just decide you're gonna take all of my stuff and throw it on the back porch. And then I caught her throwing away some of my groceries. Like if she is stuff, if it's like, because I had a lot of stuff because I moved out of my place. I had a lot of food. And so I brought a lot of my stuff there and she threw a lot of my food away. Excuse me. So he was just like, she threw, I said, this is, I said, so he was like, oh, I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna go to Lowe's and get you a little cabinet. Watch him a vlog and I'm gonna show y'all everything when I vlog the next time because I gotta do stuff when nobody's home. And so he ran to Lowe's and he got this little cabinet, very small little cabinet. It wouldn't fit everything. And I was just like, I was so angry. I was just I was so angry. I didn't even want the shit because it's just like why would you do me like that after all the things that I've done, you know? And so as I was leaving to go pick up my children, like an hour and a half had passed. Everybody had come down. She went down there, uh, speaking, sweet nothings in my brother's ear to calm him down. I was just like let him go. Like we could tussle. We've done so before. We grew up fist fighting. My brother and I are 13 months apart. You know, and I have a one up on him because my he has a severe speech impediment, so he can't argue with me because he stutters so bad. And so, he be trying. He's really big. He's like 6'4", almost over 300 pounds, and so he uses his girth. I could talk shit. He try to use his girth to, I'll beat your ass, and I was like, and you can't beat my ass on no type of day of the week. I'll kick you in your kneecaps or whatever. So I was talking my shit. Who cares? So after she was in there calming him down, like, oh, um she's going through a lot, like trying to like manipulate him and try to use my divorce to justify or say or try to she tried to create a scenario to say that I was emotionally unstable and just completely omit. Like she loves to do that. Like she'll try to rewrite history. She'll do shit to you and then she'll edit that part out. Like she loves to tell people that I run away from home. Oh, Shantika used to always run away from home when she was a teenager. And I said, well, you failed to tell people that you threatened to cut my throat. You always accuse me of being promiscuous. And I was a very, very smart kid. And my first thing would be like, let's go to the pediatrician. My hymen is still intact. Like, I'm not doing anything. She's always this holy roll, like, oh, you're doing this, you're doing that. And I'm just like, I could prove that I wasn't doing anything. Always accusing me of being something that I'm not. And when I react to it, then she likes to say, oh, see, you know how people will piss you off, remain calm, and watch you flip out. And so once a person does that to me once, I learned to, like, nah, you're not finna manipulate this situation and make me out to be the villain when you started it. Because we never even had a face-to-face conversation about the damn shower. So you're literally trying to punish me because my father took up for me, which is so stupid because your ass was wrong and you're bored. So yeah, it's a gaslight. It's clear gaslighting, and so I had to learn to like just chill out or whatever. And so as I was leaving to go pick up the kids from school, she approaches me and then starts talking like this. One thing that irks me to my soul is a person that patronizes me and a person that insults my intelligence. That's why I'm divorcing Vern's ass because he thought that he was gonna cheat. And he didn't think that a lot of people think because I'm a heavy set person, I don't have no self-esteem. I'm slightly arrogant. I have the highest self-esteem and I don't have no problem moving on with my life. So he thought he was gonna do that and I was gonna beg and plead and all that other stuff. No, I threw up the do sign and moved right the hell on. But see, the way she likes to do, she likes to play. And so what she does when she pisses you off, she'll come and start talking like this. Oh, Shantika, I just want, just like that, honey. And I be looking at her like this. You gonna talk like that? It's irritating. Oh, I just wanted you to know that I love you and Jesus loves you too. I freaking hate when people do that. And so that's what she was doing. And I looked at the door, talking slow as shit, talking real slow. And I just wanted to let you know that me and your father purchased you a cabinet so that you can put your belongings in there. And I was just like, you're evil, you're vindictive, and you're going to hell for everything. I don't want the damn cabinet. You want your grandchildren's food, spaghettios, mac and cheese, my seasonings, and the stuff that you threw away. You want it on the back porch next to the dog? Let the shit stay there on the back porch. You wanted it there? Let it stay there. You want to be nasty and vindictive and dirty? That's fine. You owe me $537.50, and I want my money. Okay? As long as my shit is on the back porch, I want my money back. And I slammed the door and I went on about and went and picked up my children from school. Like, don't fucking play with me, okay? You know what I'm saying? Don't play with me. Don't play with me, you know, going to hell, okay? Because you don't do that. You don't you don't mess with people. You're being a bully. And I told her, I said, you're being a bully. You're an instigator. And I said, you just got your doctorate degree. Why you ain't out pretending? Because she's been doing that too. Because my mother's a nurse. She's a registered nurse, and so she has a ton of degrees because she's really, really hyper intelligent. And so me and her are kind of like, she can't manipulate me. She can manipulate everybody else, but she can't manipulate me. She's one big fat fraud. And I always tell her, I say, your whole entire existence is a damn contradiction because she got a bunch of degrees. She recently got her PhD in community nursing. But what she's doing is that because she still keeps her RN license current, she walks around with a white lab coat and she completely spelled out the word doctor. D just doctor. She wrote it out all out. And I was just like, and what she does is that because she's in the health field, when people see the white lab coat and the words doctor spelled out across her damn chest, they assume that she's a medical doctor, and she conveniently doesn't correct them. She lets them think that she's a medical doctor. And so I told her, I said, you have to tell people that you're a PhD. You're not a medical doctor. And she literally threw away a 20-year friendship because she had a real doctor friend. She was friends with an MD, and she kept doing that, like insinuating that she was an MD when she's a PhD. She won't correct you, and she wears her lab coat everywhere. Like when we go to the grocery store, she got dressed up and wears her lab coat. When she goes to the thrift store, she wears that shit everywhere because she just wants people to assume that she's a doctor. When Valerian got her, when her teacher dislocated her arm the other week, she showed up at the school with her white lab coat, and the teacher was like, "Oh, you're a doctor. You know more than me." And she looked at her and was just like, "I do." And I was just like, "You have to tell people that you're not a doctor. You're a PhD." And I said, first of all, if people had any freaking sense, they would know any legitimate doctor has the word doctor abbreviated on their lab coat. You will never see a real doctor, a legitimate board certified physician walking around with a damn lab coat with the words doctor spelled completely out. It's always abbreviated. Dr. Smith, Dr. So and so, Dr. So and so. And so and so so that's what she's been doing. And so, and so she uses that type of bull crap to try to like manipulate folks and stuff. And she can't work that shit on me because her and I match in intelligence, and I got all the sense in the world. And so because me and her, she kind of got mad at me because she's been trying to get like grandma. I'm not gonna tell y'all that because y'all gonna report that lady to the FTC. She doing some bullshit. But I just tell her she created a business where she knows that she needed a damn license to even do what she's doing, and she's insisting that her PhD is just enough, and her 40 years of experience, and she ain't really worked nowhere since 2004. So it's like, let me tell y'all something. When y'all go to doctors, y'all better check on people, check their credentials, and make sure that they're board certified, because you got a lot of PhDs, and you just got a lot of people who play and pretend. Like I could be a bishop right now on the internet. I can go get some papers and call myself Bishop Shantika. And if I got a good old word and a good little one liner, fools will just, pay me tithes and offerings. That's how a lot of people get scammed. It's girl, yeah. Girl, yeah. And so, yeah. So, like, so then here goes. I had already decided that, and I told my dad, I said, I'm not breaking bread with her because she owes me an apology. She really does. And, you need the apology. It's just stop. Like, you would think that I'm going through enough, but what you guys don't understand is that my mother had like she had a hard life. She had a hard life, so she says she had a hard life. She was raised by her aunt, not her mother. And I feel like in my heart, because I was raised in suburbia and I was given a lot of the opportunities that a lot of other kids didn't get, I feel like she always wanted us to pay her back for her giving us a good life. For instance, if she threw, I used to always have birthday parties, these large lavish birthday parties. I never had hot dogs at my birthday party. My mother's Bahamian. I had jerk chicken, I had barbecue chicken, I had she cooked, she did all this stuff. And the next day after my party, I would have I would have to do yard work. Like I always would have to pay her back. Whatever good thing that she did for us, we had to pay her back. And so it's like, oh, you can't have no good life. You can't have no good life on me. You can have a little bit of a good life, but you need to experience some kind of. So she would create a bunch of havoc, so we wouldn't get too comfortable and feel like our life was too good. You know what I'm saying? Ain't that kind of sick though? Because when I first moved out, and I got my own apartment. I had to move out while she was at work. So when she got home, she came to my room and it was completely moved out. And she came into an empty room, so she flipped out. And you would think that this person would be happy that I wasn't a bum and you would want to have your own place. Oh no, she told me, she was just like, I hope you have to struggle. So you have to beg me to come back home. And then she accused me of stealing towels. And I was just like, lady, I work at Walmart overnight and I work at Wendy's in the daytime. My shit been sitting on layaway with a $5 balance for 3 weeks because I was a CSM, a customer service manager, and I had my shit. on layaway with a $5 balance just to keep it in there because I could not bring the stuff home. I had to wait until I got my place so I could take the shit out of layaway so that I can move it in. And so, oh, she trashed me and oh, give me my house key back and all kind of shit. And so yeah, so that is her thing. She wants you right, exactly. And so it's always been like, and that's with everybody. She'll invite you, and as soon as you kind of strip her from doing anything, like she don't watch my kids, she don't do anything. She has no. The only thing we do here is eat in the kitchen and sleep. We don't even socialize. If we hang out in the room. The kids will come in the room and hang out with me, or I'll go in their room and because my desktop is in there, so I'll sit with my headphones while they're playing and doing whatever. We don't socialize, so she's completely hands off, and she can't stand it because she just knew that because I was going through divorce, I was just going to be leaving my kids, and she would have full autonomy, and I don't allow that because my kids are afraid of her. You understand? And I know how it feels to be left with somebody as a child that you don't like and that you're scared of because you don't have no choice. You're a child. You forced to live there. You know, you have no say so over your life. And I understand what being a kid is like. I hated parts of my childhood. You know, I really did because I just felt like I was just helpless. This adult is just like would instigate and start stuff and just like bully us. Like I always say, my mother was my first bully. She was my first bully, you know, and I couldn't do anything about it because my dad was always gone working, you know, and it was just a horrible thing. And it's just like anytime she did anything nice, it's an ulterior motive. She never does anything, you know, free and clear. And so that was the case. I was literally living here like no problems, no drama, like nothing. I was taking care of things on my own once I started working. I started, you know, taking care of our own stuff. I cook for my kids. Like I'll cook a whole meal and just put it in my fridge and we'll just eat on it. And like she's completely hands off and she can't stand it. And so you gotta be careful about people who in the midst of peace create drama just for the sake of having drama. And I think that's why she goes so hard with church because her soul is so tortured. It's like she can't be quiet. You know, that's why she blasts the TV, she blasts the church music, she blasts the preaching because she can't just have peace and quiet. She can't have it because her mind is like, you know, not even just that. She'll wake up all times of the night. She'll wake up 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning and mop the floor in pure bleach. Have you ever woken up in the middle of the night with a choking smell of pure bleach? Why are you doing that? Or she'll cook like the smelliest dish she could figure out, and the whole house is permeating with this stink stench. And it wakes me up because I'm a very light sleeper. It wakes me up and it's just like, oh my gosh, you know, what are you doing? You know, you literally are retired. You have nothing to do. Like, you couldn't cook that during the day. You couldn't clean with bleach while the kids were out. So, yeah, she's literally like trying to make my life a living hell because she doesn't want me to ever be too comfortable here. And so, you know, I became passive aggressive as well. So, you know what I did, since I know that she likes to go and, you know, look in the bedrooms and be searching around. What I did is I went online and I made like a long list of hotels, and I put hotels so that I can live in peace. And I wrote it all out and I left it on the computer desk because I know she would go in there and read it. Yeah, exactly. And so, yeah, I've been researching extended stays, you know, because I have to have a plan B. I have a list of virtual jobs that I could do. So if I do end up in a hotel, um, I can, my father-in-law, him and his wife have already, because I explained the situation because they were really rude to them when they came to see the kids because they're like, oh, what they want with the kids. And I was just like, That's their grandparents. Come, like you cannot monopolize my kids. And so after that, after they were rude, we meet at the park and we just hang out or whatever. And so she was like, she's really, his Vern's stepmom, she really wants to be involved and stuff like that. And so she asked me if she could watch them or whatever. And I was just like, yeah, sure. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. But the prices have been so astronomical. It's like I have to wait until I have to be cool until after the holidays because the prices are like crazy, crazy expensive. And so you know, I've been really look because I have to get a plan B. I worked at a shelter, at a homeless shelter, and I would never want to bring my kids to a homeless shelter because they have rats. They have rats and they have a lot of sex offenders that live there too. And so, and it's a lot of chaos in those shelters. Like they fight a lot and there's a lot of stuff that I don't want to expose my kids to. And so, it's like every time I think about this situation, I feel like so much rage in my heart for Vern. Like, and that's why I told y'all, like, I'm in this situation that I did not put myself in. I wanted to be married. I'm trying to save my money, but these children are growing out of shoes left and right. I just had to buy Viola 2 packs of underwear, you know, 2 packs of underwear because she running through her underwear. I can't find socks. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, but I mean, but you have to understand with child support, it's no guarantee. Y'all be on TikTok. Y'all seen that lady that had like 15 child support checks? 15. And they were like $2.50, $13, $10. Like it's no guarantee that, you know, um, I will get the money. And plus, Vern works for a shady business where he gets paid in half payroll check and half personal check so that they can defraud the government of taxes. And so all he got to do is go to his boss and be like, hey, just pay me in personal check and work under the table. What am I going to do with child support then? Yeah, I can go suspend his license and put him in jail, which I plan to do. I will be going to child support enforcement. Hell yeah. I will file a default. And I found out also that you can go to court and he can be held liable for the money that he can potentially earn. So if you are earning a certain amount of money and then all of a sudden conveniently your income drops to completely nothing and you're telling people that you're broke and you're an able-bodied and you're not disabled in any way, the judge can compel you to make the money that you were previously earning via your tax return. If you could earn $30,000 a year and you drop to zero after you get ordered child support, he will make your ass pay it. And if you don't pay it and you don't report to the court, you will go to jail. You'll go to jail. I just found that out. I've been doing a lot of research. It's a crazy situation. I'm really in a crazy situation. And that's what I'm saying. I would never be like, oh, because I asked for alimony too. I asked for alimony too. And so I have to operate in this space as if I'm doing it 110% on my own. And so because of the situation here is so volatile, I don't want to put myself in a situation where we're completely homeless. And that's what it's looking like. I haven't said anything to her since the big blow up or whatever. I just don't say anything. The kids will go speaking or whatever, and then she bitching about that. She don't say nothing. She don't speak to me, and it's just like, no, I don't trust you. If I open my mouth, you're gonna say that I said something crazy to you, and the only thing that I have to say is something crazy to you. And so, in order to keep it, I keep my mouth freaking shut, and I don't bother her at all. I don't say nothing to her. I leave it the hell alone. So yeah, she was complaining about that I don't talk to her no more, and I don't. I haven't spoken to her in like 4 or 5 days since before Thanksgiving. Like I haven't said nothing, and we've been gone. I stay out of this house. Get your house back. Like you have your house. Like I don't be here. I don't. I do not be here. I want my kids. Like it's so crazy how my kids are being affected by this situation because Viola will go to the park and she'll be like, "Mommy, can I scream?" And I was just like, why? Why do you want to scream? I just want to feel free because we always have to be quiet at Nana's house. Mommy, can I scream? I'm like, yeah, scream. And so she'll literally run around the park. Like that's fucked up. Like you messing up my kids. Like she'll literally scream just so that she can make noise. Just so that she can make noise. Mommy, can I scream? Come, mommy, can I scream? You know? Yeah, but it's just like I'm at the point where I just have to. I've been looking for like furnished places and different things like that. I've been really looking because the furnished apartments are like $2,000 a month. I live in Miami, y'all. 2000, and I work in Doral, so I'm already spending $51 twice a week in gas because I'm going back and forth to work, dropping and taking them to school, and I take them to the park, all the way CB Smith Park in Pembroke Pines. And so it's a lot on gas for me, and God forbid my car breaks down, you know. So I'm doing a lot financially, and it's just, you know, I sat down with my credit score, and I'm working on my credit score myself to get it situated, to get it straightened up because I'm trying. And since then, since I've been paying it, because I signed up for Experian Boost, and so I'm working on. And since I signed up for it and I started to manage and everything, I gained like 9 points on my credit score. So we moving in the right direction. We moving in the right direction. I'm saving my money, but it's when you doing it by yourself. Even though I don't pay rent, I still have expenses. Like I was left with bills. Verna's gone. We have credit cards. We have other bills that we pay. It ain't just rent. I live here. It's not just rent. It's other expenses too that I have to pay. You know, and I'm working part time. I cannot physically because the job that I'm working is such a. I work at Amazon, y'all. I literally be limping when I come off of work, and because it's peak season, we've been asked to stay. Well, not asked because they ain't asking, honey. They tell you to stay an extra hour, which is great, you know. And I picked up an extra day. I've been picking up extra days on my days off to make money, you know. Oh, I want to say I whoever sent me the Target gift card, thank you. Thank you, thank you. The kids say thank you. I bought groceries with it because that's what I needed, you know, because she spent all my stuff, all my groceries. So, you know, I bought, you know, the groceries that I could and pull ups and, um, you know, toiletries, and I bought, you know, toothpaste and stuff. So I really appreciate it. Whoever sent me that, you didn't leave your name, which I understand. Um, but thank you for sending me that $100 gift card. Like I went straight to Target because they ain't had no toothpaste, and so I got them toothpaste because I make them because you know now money's tight, honey. Y'all better squeeze that thing out. So we use so I got toothpaste, body wash, and hair grease and all kind of stuff. So thank you, sincere thank you. Like you know, thank you. I really appreciate it. You didn't have to do it, but I'm glad you did. And so, yeah, so I'm just like thinking about Christmas, and they have grandparents and different things like that, you know, but it's just you just be thinking about that, you know. I really hope that they extend the child tax credit because for people like me, like I really need it, you know? And so yeah, I'm not dependent on anything. I'm expecting not to get any child support or alimony. So I have to live my life expecting not to do anything. And so once I get a place to live, I could really, you know, do remote. I'll still work at night at Amazon, but during the day I'll do remote work. Because even if I try to do it here, I would get fired because Petty would turn her music on or the TV up and blast it. I can't do customer service with noise in the background, unnecessary noise in the background. And so it's just like, you know, and I don't want to work like another job where I'm standing on my feet because I stand on my feet. I only get a 15-minute break in 5 hours, 5.5 hours standing on my feet, I only get a 15-minute break. And so, baby, I be tired, tired. Yes, I have that. That's on my list too. Them and American Express, and so I am looking for you know. But let me tell you something. If I had the cash to get away to like, because I really want to take the kids on a vacation, but I really want to get a place of my own first, because I really believe if I ever left this house for a significant amount of time, my shit would be just in the trash. Because she did that to my cousin when my cousin stayed um for 3 months because she wanted to have her baby in the States instead of Nassau. Yeah, she got tired of all of her packages and stuff like that. So she pretended that it was trash and said, "Oh, I thought it was trash, so I threw it away." And so my cousin went to the backyard to the garbage can on the side of the house, and it wasn't in there. So she was like, "You say you threw it away. Where did you throw it?" This lady got in her car and took this girl's stuff to the city dump and threw her stuff in the trash. She loved to do that, like petty. Yes, that Andrew. I'm gonna start looking. I'm gonna start looking tomorrow because I really need to do something else. Oh yeah, he think he got off. He ain't got off. I wouldn't give a damn. I hope they lock his ass up and throw away the key. And that's gonna happen. He gonna lose his little CDL license and he gonna be in jail because I'm struggling, you know? Like you really take, man, I lived a life, I didn't know this was gonna happen to me. And so, you know, I don't know. It's only so much I could do. I can't prevent problems when you have a person that's so like miserable in their life. It doesn't matter what I do. Like I literally brought those groceries like 2 days and she just started bothering me. And it's just like I could understand if I wasn't doing nothing. I could have used so much as an excuse to not work. You know what I'm saying? I could have used so much excuses and be like, because the day I found out the doctor's appointment where I found out that my child had no heartbeat, I left the doctor's office and went straight to Amazon for an interview. As I walked out of Amazon, I was bleeding and I called my dad to take me to the hospital. So don't when you go through stuff like that, and that's why I can't talk to her because it's like you drove me to Amazon while I was hysterically crying because my child had died. And you was like, Shantika, I really think that you should go to this interview because you don't know what may happen. You drove me to the interview, understanding my situation. And now you sitting your ass up here and you going out of your way to mess with me. And it's just like, I'm not. I'm not strong. I'm not strong. I cry all the time. That's all I do is cry. When Vern calls me, I cry on the phone. And he's just like, I'm gonna get you a place to live. I'm gonna get you a place to live. And I was like, I hate you. I hate the breath that you breathe. Because why? I just get so emotional because it's just like when people know that you're going through a hard time, I stay to myself mostly because I'm struggling. I'm not strong. I'm not strong. I'm doing what I have to because it ain't the kids' fault. At the end of the day, at the end of the day, when they ask me for something, I can't say, oh, I can't do it. I have to make it happen. When my child wakes up and it happens all the time. Mommy, my shoes don't fit. My shoe when he started disappearing, we had a change drawer, like an apple juice, those apple juices that Walmart sell. Well, we had an empty container and we would fill it up with change. I was so broke that I had to go to get my change jar, and I had to take it to Publix and cash it in. I had $85 and they took a percentage, so I ended up with like 75. And I went to Walmart and I was trying to find some $5 shoes, and Walmart don't never stock up, so they didn't even have the $5 shoes. I had to buy Viola the 16.99 shoes. I had to buy her two pairs of shoes. And that's why when people talk about child support, you know, about, oh, don't use child support for your nails and your hair. And it's just like child support is reimbursement. I have growing children, you know. When my child comes and says, Mommy, they having a field trip, can I have $5? I can't say, oh, well, I don't have it. And then she be the only one that don't participate, you know? And so that's why I told y'all what I told. I'm not being bitter. I don't care who he dates. I don't care. That ship has sailed. I don't want him anymore because I feel like he's weak. He's weak. You know, you couldn't just hold me down like I held you down. You know, I sacrificed so much to bring my kids into the world. You know, I vomited from the day I found out until while I was pushing. You know what I'm saying? I went through so many struggles. You know, my kids were sick. And I had to do all of that by myself. And I cooked and cleaned 7 days a week. He was gone, pretending to be going to work. And I cooked every single day because he wouldn't take lunch. And so he would eat up everything in the house. And so I had to cook clean. When he wanted a job, I would sit to the computer and fill out resumes, fill out the He wouldn't even fill out the application. I had to do it. And so I know I was a good wife. And so I don't deserve any of this foolishness. You know, I'm not immune to bad things happening to me. And I know bad things happen to everybody. But how do you even fix your face to say, you know, I want to get back together? I can't forgive that. My child died, you know? And when you see a baby on an ultrasound, I was 9 weeks. When you see a baby on an ultrasound just laying there and the heart is there and it's not beating and they're telling you no cardiac, that traumatized me. My marriage was over and done. I filed for divorce because it was just a conversation. But when I saw my baby laying there and I knew, you know, that was it, you know, I was done. I will never, ever take him back ever again. Like, he can't even talk to me. You know, he tells people all the time, Shantika will not talk to me. For what? And that's when I say I will hate you forever because you don't do stuff like that to people. You know, if you're not happy, cool. I've been unhappy too, you know, and we could have just separated mutually and went our separate ways. But to add insult to injury, and that's why I told you I don't have no respect for my mother at all. I don't have any respect for a person that's gonna kick you while you're down for sport, not because you just need to be. I'm doing everything that I can to make us not a burden. And she got mad at me one day because I told the kids that this is not our home. Oh, don't be telling them that. Don't be telling them that. It's not. My shit, my food that I bought for my kids, you threw it on the back porch and put it next to the dog food. And you're telling me that this is how you treat somebody that's their home? It's not my home. It's not my home. And you are not my mother. Cause why would you do that to me? For no reason. Nobody did a thing to you. Just because you just have the time, the space, and the opportunity to do it. And that's why I tell people, I don't mess people at work. Like, one guy was just like, "Oh, people think that you're like stuck up because you don't talk." I said, I said, one thing that you have to, and when you go back and tell people, let them know that just because a person doesn't speak, they can be going through a lot of hard times. I don't tell my business, and it's none of nobody's business to know what I'm going through. But be very careful how judgmental. I come to work. That is it. I'm not here to make friends. I'm not here to be your buddy. I am cordial because a lot of chicks, especially black chicks, and I don't know why they're like that. It's like if you're not falling all over them, it's like, oh, she thinks she all that. Like, just say hello. I'm the nicest person. We will not be having a conversation about anything. I will say hi and I will say bye because I already know how that workplace drama You know, I already work. Hey, girl, I already know how that workplace drama is. And once people get a hold of your business, they weaponize it and use it against you. And so I work so hard, I be in the zone, like working. I don't sit and chit chat with anybody. When I go on break, they make us literally work for 4 hours before they let us go on break. It's ridiculous. You know, I work, I get to work I don't get off until midnight, and they don't let us go on break until like sometimes 11:45, you know? And so when I go on break, I'm like trying to take off my shoes. I'm trying to eat my little chips and drink my Gatorade and call it a day. I'm not really trying to sit and chit chat with nobody. And then once I eat that, I sit on the side of the table and I just, rest myself, you know. And so I don't mess with anybody because I'm going through so much. I'm so sad that I just don't have the energy to fight with anybody about stupid shit. It's stupid. And the way we come and go so much, it's like she can't tell you. She cannot sit here right now and tell me what I did to her. She can't. She gotta make some shit up because I didn't even see her face that day. All I did was hear her voice. And my food is on the back porch because my dad, stuck up for me, and it is what it is. And so I'm doing the best I can. I really had to take a step back and kind of talk to myself and be like, Shantika, I know it's a bad situation. If you can't say nothing nice, if you can't be cordial, just don't say anything at all because you don't want to be. At the end of the day, it's about my kids and my kids having a roof over their head. I don't want to have to live in a shelter. I don't want to have to live at the Motel 6. Because when I move out of here, I have to leave my refrigerator. I have to leave my deep freezer. All I could take is the clothes, and I could put what I can do, I could take my stuff, but I would have to throw out nearly $1,000 worth of food, and meat and stuff, and just lock everything up and put it in my storage. Drain, and when you move, when you get kicked out, you just get kicked out on a whim. So I would end up having to leave my refrigerator, leave my deep freeze, and you know, just take our clothes and stuff. And I have a storage unit. I do have a storage unit. It's not a big one. But yeah, that's the situation. And so, you know, it's hard to have a relationship with a person that's so evil, like that's so vindictive, and just like at the first sign, like you can't tell them nothing. You can't, because I'm just like, because I kept saying, I was like, who can correct you? Because you don't listen to the Lord. You don't listen to nobody. Who can correct you? I can't say, hey, you offended me. And it be like, you know what? I'm sorry that I made you feel that way. That's how you say sorry to people. And that we need to just revisit how you apologize to people. Not, I'm sorry you felt that way. No, baby, it's not what I felt. It's how you made me feel, how your behavior made me feel. You know, I'm the first person to be like, if I did something to make you feel that way, I am sorry. That's how you apologize to people. That's how you apologize to people. But that one would never, in the 40 years, almost 40 years that I've been alive, she's only apologized to me twice. And you know what? She don't have to change. She could be exactly who she is. She don't have to change. She don't. She don't have to change. You know? But I have to change how I react. I can only control me. I tell Viola that every single day when she cry about her sister. You cannot change people. You cannot expect people to change. You can only change how you react to them, you know? And it's hard on me because I be on the verge. I'm literally like sitting on like unrelented rage right now. Like I really want to rage out on somebody, like beat their ass. Like that's how I feel because I have so much, like every time uh Every time Vern calls my phone, I just be like, "Ah, I hate you, I hate you, I hate you." He'd be like, "I want you to come back and I want to get us an apartment. I want us to live out there." I'd be like, "I hate you, I hate you, I hate you, I hate you. Stop calling my fucking phone. You got me some money? You got some money? Okay, leave me alone." Ah! Because that's how I feel. That's how I feel. Like my heart is broken, like so bad. I'm so hurt, you know. I'm so sad. I try to put on a happy face for the kids, but it's so hard because I feel I have a pain in my chest that just it can't go away because I want my baby back. I told my dad I was just like I want my baby back. Once you get pregnant, it's just like you calculate the dates and you just be like, dang, Christmas I'll be 6 months, and you see women that are like the same gestational age that you would have been. It's hard. It's hard. It's hard. It's hard. It's a hard pill to swallow. It's a hard pill to swallow. And so that's what I tell people. It's just like you think it's, oh, I just cheated on, and he keeps with this, oh, but I told you the truth. You didn't tell me shit. I found out. Like, you didn't tell me anything. You see what happens when you tell people the truth. You know, like that's a reason. If you're tired of me, cool. I wanna go do my own thing too. You know, I will never get into another relationship. I don't have, like, what do you look for in a man? Nothing. That's it. I just want to hang out every now and then. And you go home, I go home. I will never live with another man. I will never marry another man. I just want to be friends with benefits. And that's it. I can't take another heartbreak, you know? And you, and you want to know what's so funny? Remember, I was telling y'all how she liked to blast her music or whatever. I don't know what happened. This is how the Lord be looking out for me. I don't know what happened, but all of a sudden her computer crashed and it just stopped working. I said, "You see?" And so she would get this little baby iPad and she would try to play her music on the iPad, and her shit was broke for like a good week before she made my dad go fix her computer. So she now back blasting her freaking music now. My mother's an opera singer, so she's an opera singer. That's where I get my vocals from. She's a first soprano. I'm an alto, second alto. I would be really, but I'm a strong, strong second alto. But she's a first soprano, and so we had to listen to hours of Handel's Messiah. Like, God, jeez. And so, yeah, I'm having a hard time. I can hardly sing sometimes. Sometimes I be trying to sing to try to get my mind off of stuff, but it's just like stuff like this take people out this world, but I can't. There's no way in hell. Like, to see that she don't even have no sympathy for my kids. Like, she can't give them a little bit of leeway and just be a little extra nice to them. It's just like once the smoke clears, once time had passed, it's like, okay, I'm finna go back to being my mean self. You know, you know. Anytime I tell her something, she'll go back and tell the kids, like threaten them. Like if they tell on her, she'll threaten them. Crazy. And that's why she don't babysit. That's why she don't babysit. So yeah, it's just ridiculous. So ridiculous. But yeah, this has been my life. So I've been trying to like stay away. When I'm home, I'm locked up in my room. Upstairs, I have my TV. See, I got my TV and all of my stuff. I don't bother nobody. The kids have a TV in their room, but they don't have cable. So I keep it on channel 2 because they play cartoons. PBS Kids, that's the local channel, no, local child channel. So I keep it on there. and they have Disney Plus and all that stuff. See, I keep the streaming services because they don't have cable in their room. And Violet was like, "Oh, I miss watching this," you know, and so yeah, man. So yeah, it's a crazy situation, but I am working. I'm real like quick. So if something were to happen, but I have to save up enough money. And once the holidays get by, we got to survive the holidays and get through the holidays. And then, if I had to leave, I could, you know, if I had to leave, I could leave because I would be able to afford to stay in a hotel because it's like $1,500 a month to stay in the extended stay. And then I would, talk to my cousin in Nassau. And she was just like, girl, if I had the money, if I had the money to give you, so that you could stay in a hotel, like stay in your own space for 6 months, I would do it in a quick. Because she lived with my mom for 3 months and she got kicked out with a freaking 2-week-old newborn. So I don't want that to be. And I told my dad, and my dad was just like, that would never happen. I said, I don't want to get kicked out with my kids. He was like, I would never let, because I will start to like move my stuff. And he was like, don't move nothing else. She ain't nobody getting kicked out. Nobody pays. I pay the bills. I run this motherfucking house. And so nah, she was just like, oh, you using your kids to manipulate him. I said, I don't have to manipulate nobody. If you want me to leave, just say leave. No, because then your daddy, he gonna kick me out. I said, I mean, it is what it is. You know, it is what it is. It's just so crazy. My food done got cold as hell. But yeah. So yeah, it's getting late. Y'all want me to sing something? Let me know if you want me to sing something. I haven't sang for y'all in a long time. I don't know if some of y'all know I can sing. Yeah, I believe so. It's craziness. But as I tell you, welcome to my nightmare. Oh gosh. Let's see. What can I sing for you guys? Oh yeah. And I'm not one of those people too. Like them fakers, them fake people who when you when you say, "Oh, you can sing," and they be like, "Nah." Let me clear my throat. Let me clear my throat. Okay, yeah. I'm not one of those people. I'm not one of those people that be like, I can't sing. I can't sing. I gotta clear my throat. Hold on a minute. Nah. One thing about me is that I've been singing my whole life. I've been in 7 choirs. I've been in 7 choirs, and so I grew up in the '90s where you had to sing. Like it was like, nah, we ain't got no auto tune. Auto tune. Um, I'm an alto now, so I don't like to take requests. Like sing some. I For real. And so let me play something because I like to sing with it. Dang, where my phone at? Oh, it's right here. And so we used to have to sing, and they didn't play that, honey. And the choirs that I was in, baby, you had to audition. You had to audition, and if you wasn't trying to audition, you got to go sit down somewhere. And so yeah, and so yeah, I'm gonna sing a Spanish song for y'all. One of my favorite Spanish songs by um Donnie McKirkland. I'm just gonna sing along with the people, but I'm gonna put it on low. Cause it is 10:30, and y'all, I ain't finna get kicked out for singing loud. Everybody else could sing loud and be loud, but bitch, let me do it. Let me do it. I'm gonna get in trouble. And so yeah, I'll sing this for you guys, and then I'll say goodnight. I'm gonna put it on low. Drink something. I'm just gonna sing it how I would always sing it to myself when I be singing by myself. And so I'm just gonna sing it how I would normally sing it. This song is called Satisfy My Soul, Sáciame Señor. I specifically learned this song even though it was predominantly in Spanish because I love it so much. And I have a video on my other channel that I'll really be on. But yeah, I specifically learned this song because I like this so much. So I know I could learn Spanish if I wanted to learn Spanish. For real. Sáciame, Señor, con lo mejor del cielo. Sáciame, Señor, con la brusura de tu amor. Sáciame, Señor, con lo mejor del cielo. Sáciame, Señor, con la brusura de tu amor. Mi alma desfallece con tu presencia. Mi alma desfallece con tu poder. Mi alma desfallece con tu gloria. Sáciame, Señor. Sáciame, Señor. Sáciame, Señor, con tu amor. With our best, satisfy my soul. Every day, every hour, hey, with the best. I need you so much right now, Lord, yeah. Okay, I don't want to sing that no more. I'm trying not to make noise. I'm gonna get in trouble. I'm trying not to make noise. I'm trying not to make noise. This song, you gotta like belt. Oh Lord, I don't want to get in trouble. Okay, I'm not gonna get in trouble. I'm not gonna get in trouble. All right, I'll just sing a oldie but goodie. I love you, Lord, and I lift my voice to worship you. Oh, my soul rejoice. Take joy, my King, in what you hear. Let it be a sweet, sweet sound in your ear. So yeah, try not to sing so loud. And I love like singers like that are in my range, like Brandy and India Ari. I love, man, when I first heard India Ari, I grew up on Brandy because she's in my age range. She's a little older than I am. I was born in 82. She was born in 79. And so I learned all of how to do runs listening to Brandy. Yes, listening to her. And I love India Ari. I love so brown skin. You know I love your brown skin. I can't tell where yours begin. I can tell where mine end. When I get a new man, I'm finna sing this to him. Brown skin up against my brown skin. Need some every now and then. Oh yeah. I told you I'm a second alto. I could sing tenor. Where are your people from? Maybe Mississippi or Atlanta. Apparently your skin has been kissed by the sun. You make me want a Hershey's kiss, a licorice. Every time I see your lips, it makes me think of honey coated chocolate. Your kisses are worth more than gold to me. I'll be your almond joy, I'll be your sugar daddy. So, yeah, that's it. Oh, thank you. And you know, I love me some Whitney, honey. I love the Lord. He heard my cry and pity every groan. Long as I live and troubles rise high, oh hasten to his throne. You know, we had to sing, honey. That we had to sing back in the days. She ain't the only one that could do that, honey. We had a church full of chicks that could like literally blow like that. And so yeah, thank you. I'm trying. I'm trying. I'm a normally happy person, and so you know I have my moments, but you know I be sad a lot. You know I be sad. I'm trying to just sing loud, but yeah, I be sad a lot, and so I will be okay, y'all. And y'all gonna see me glow up together, and it's gonna be so funny because it's so much stuff that I'm doing behind the scenes. It's gonna be like, damn, like you literally went to rock bottom and build yourself up from the ground up. I'm a worker bee. I love to work. I'm not one of these people that just, you know, I appreciate when people help me. That's one thing. I will not turn down help because we all need help. You know, because even my dad was like, listen, you know, I've been on fell on hard times and had to stay with family. And people, a lot of people have stories like that. I can't tell you how many people, men and women, who have gotten a divorce. And that's why I say I would never get remarried again because divorce is financially crippling. It's like I understand so much. I understand why a lot of people don't get a divorce. They just be separated forever because it's financially crippling. If you don't have a place to you know to leave or whatever, you stuck. And so yeah, it's great to be a housewife, but if that man ain't sitting on some millions and you ain't got access to a couple $1,000 you could launder right quick in case he puts you out, you know, you got it going on when you could get a divorce. And I kind of envy people like these women who get a divorce and could just like straight up buy a house. Like, oh, we're getting a divorce, so I moved out and bought a house. Bitch, really? Just like quick? Yeah, because he got the money. Not me. The day I walk down the aisle, honey, he better be worth something. You know, so yeah, I've seen a lot of people be like, "Oh, we separated, and I bought my own house." Now it's just like, You did. So yeah, so it is what it is. I'm a worker. I'm a worker, and so like I'll keep my job. My kids will go to my father-in-law and I will get a job during the daytime and I will make it happen. I will completely like work two jobs. And so when I work as hard as I work, don't bother me. If I leave your house spotless, anytime you come home and you open the door and all you smell is pine sol, don't bother me. Don't bother me. Leave me alone. Because there's a lot of trifling people out here who are just like, I'm just gonna get on public assistance and I ain't gonna do shit. And that's what I felt like doing. But hell, I need a divorce decree to even get certain things. And so, and one thing about me, I don't have anything against public assistance at all. None. I just tell people that's your business. You don't have to tell people that you're on it. That's your personal business. Because a lot of people become real self-righteous until your ass is like on the street. I worked in a homeless shelter. Yeah, I'm cool. I'm cool with a prenup. But a prenup don't help your heart, child. Yeah, you be broke up and you got to, and then sometimes some men are nasty. Some men are nasty and will fight you in court behind that damn prenup. They got the money, and so they'll keep you in court for years. You could be in court literally for years behind a damn prenup because somebody's being vindictive. You know, So I just rather not enter into the institution of marriage anymore. I'm gonna live my 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s free, clear, and happy with a little man friend, and that's it. You know, that's it. Like that little girl, this I can't call a little girl because she's a young lady. She was on TikTok and she made a video and she was just like, um, just a PSA because she had just got her heart broken by this guy. She was just like, if you need me, I'm either at work, at the gym, or sleeping. If you want to date me, don't. Cause I don't want. I'm tired of crying. And what did she say? She said, "You want to date me?" She said she don't have. She said, "I don't have it in me to be for the streets. So if you need me, I'll be at home, at work, or at the gym, or sleeping. And if you want to date me, don't, because I'm tired of crying." And that's how you get fed up. And it's gonna be a new generation of women literally living the single life and doing things 100% on their own and create. Had I known the stuff that I know now, listen, I would never got married. But I thought they've been drilling marriage into my head for years. And so you know that's what I thought. But it's so many people unhappy. You would not believe. And that's why I be on, social media. I know it's kind of contrived a little bit, but you really would be a lot of people lash out or they express their feelings, when they relate. That's why I like TikTok so much because people, like, you would be surprised. A lot of people staying in marriages because they can't go nowhere. If they get a divorce, he'll either kill them or they'll be completely destitute and homeless. And that's not cool. That got to change. We got to start increasing our profitability, hiding money in offshore accounts. Like, you got to get you a little, like a drug dealer stash. Like, y'all know all drug dealers got escape money. I think women need to get escape money, have some escape money so you could at least get an apartment, or just like me, rent an Airbnb for 6 months, you know, until you can put down on a house or something like that. But, we need to do that, and just use them for what they need to be used for, that dingling, and that's it. Cause that's the most you can get out of some of them. They can hunch, and that's about it. Don't ask them to make no decision. Don't ask them to use their brain. Just use them for what you can use them for, and just keep it pushing. And it's a cynical way of thinking. And I do believe in love, and I have seen people go through similar situations as and end up finding true love, or they find a love later on. I have no expectations, I have no expectations at all, because I've met a couple of people, and they be like, "What you looking for?" Nothing, and they think I'm so weird because it's just like, "You're not looking for nothing." Nope, I'm not looking for nothing. Just friendship. That's it. Friendship. That's all I got. Because I have to break this monotony of work, kids, home craziness. Work, kids, home craziness. I have to do something else. And I know nobody's expecting me to sit here and just be single while he fool la all around town. I'm just sitting here like, I'm the rule follower. I'm always doing what I'm supposed to be doing. And I'm just like, man, damn that. You know, we could be friends. And that's it. Oh, you don't want no man? Nope. Don't want no man. You don't want no husband? No, don't want no husband. And I never used to understand where old elderly women would be like, no, I don't want no man. And I think, and that's why a lot of marriages in the old days stayed on so long, because they were abused. They couldn't buy property or have a bank account. They couldn't even get their tubes tied without their husband's permission. Imagine living in that nightmare where you get pregnant every freaking 10 months because your husband will not use protection, get permanently sterilized, and you had to keep having these children year after year after year after year. You can't even freaking heal from the freaking birth, and he's jumping. Like Vern was on me 2 weeks after I had Violet, and I had an episiotomy, and I cried so bad he just left me alone. See, it's a lot of things in my marriage that nobody don't know. Trying to keep your husband. Why do I have to suffer through excruciating sex pain 2 weeks postpartum? Can you explain that to me? And it took me having to cry hysterically for him to be like, okay, I'm gonna leave you alone. I'm not gonna mess with you. And the episiotomy took 3 months to heal. I could not walk. So I always tell people, like, when you become judgmental, you don't know what's going on in people's household. I never presented a fake front. I just did not tell y'all everything. It's a lot of stuff. No, he didn't yell at me. No, he didn't mistreat me. You know, but you try to keep your husband because you don't want, if you don't have sex with him, somebody else is going to have sex with him. And I was having sex with him clearly because my ass was newly pregnant when I found out his ass was cheating. So all this unnecessary sex that I was having didn't keep him. The pregnancy didn't keep him. If a person don't want to be kept, it's nothing you can do. Nothing you can do. And once he entered the world of social media, he literally lost his damn mind because there's so much variety, and you have women out there that will do anything to anybody, and you don't even have to buy them a sandwich. So why not? Shantika don't want to give me, fellatio, so I'll get it from her. Shantika don't want to screw me 2 or 3 times a day after I'm dog tired from taking care of children and feeding you and cooking and cleaning, and it's just like, nah. You looking for, what can I do about that? I can't, I cannot control him, you know. And that's what I'm saying. I refuse to be miserable. I'm not living in nobody's unhappy marriage. You got people walking around here, sitting up here, leading completely double lives because they don't want to be. And I was like, I respect a man that's like, I'm not interested in marriage. I just want to live my life and serial date, you know? And that's why I say all the time, and I know this is probably unrelated, but celebrities, like, y'all saw that situation with that little boy that he called himself the baby. where they get these names from. Like, how you expect from, how do you be respected calling yourself the baby? How he embarrassed that girl down to the internet? Let me tell you something. And she a fool too, to let a man do her like that. She a fool too. Sat up there and played around and thought, once a man, if a man don't take care of his kids, what you think he gonna do with yours? You always got women out there that think they got the golden vagina. Oh yeah, I could slang it better than the best, and he ain't going nowhere. Okay. Oh yeah, he'll keep you, but then he'll collect some more, because yeah, men have their favorites or whatever. Yeah, he'll keep you. He'll keep you, but he'll just keep collect. He'll still be venturing out, doing what he want to do. No good time for that. I don't trust no man. I will never trust another man as long as I live. Never will I ever trust anybody. No, no. I can't. I've had people close, like family, betray me, and so I, 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 I go by actions. I don't go into a situation cynical. I don't talk about my ex husband to anybody. My refrain is it did not work out, and I leave it at that. It just did not work. Oh, why are you getting? It just didn't work out. That's it. I don't talk about nothing else because it ain't nobody's business, you know? And I've heard that a lot of men will use your tragedy and use your pain as, and they'll weaponize it. Like, that's why your man left you because of this. And it's just like, nah, if you don't know nothing, there's nothing to say, you know? And so I don't talk about him. I make it a point. I can't talk about, because child, please, the man would just get rid of me because he'd be like, oh, you talk about your ex husband too damn much. Oh, well, I can't take you. That's a turn off. I don't want nobody griping about their girlfriend, baby mama, whatever. Now keep that to yourself. We here to hang out and have a good time. Let's talk about the weather. Let's talk about, Joe Biden. Let's talk about, property. Let's talk about interesting things. Nobody don't want to, talk about why your woman can't stand her and all that, because please, been there, done that. Like, I don't want to hear it. I just want to have a good time, because my time is money, literally. You know what I'm saying? Because if I wanted a babysitter, I got paid for it. $15 an hour, baby. So my time is money. I don't want to talk about nothing stupid. But anyway, I like being on live with y'all. I try to do it like at least once a week when I'm off and stuff. Cause there's something always going on. I always got some stories to tell y'all, some crazy shit that's going on. So we'll see how this stuff plays out. And so I'll be back. I'll be back. I'm gonna do like a little short little vlog or whatever. Yeah, I like this way better. Because y'all are more interactive. Because y'all sure don't be leaving no comments. Like, why y'all don't be leaving no comments? I be wanting to talk back with y'all. Y'all don't be leaving no comments. But I know y'all be busy and everything. So I just want to say again, for whoever the anonymous person that sent me the Target gift card, because I know some people joined before. They missed my thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I needed it more than you know. More than you know. I really needed it. So thank you. So I always put my P.O Box and stuff in the description box. You don't have to, but if you do, the kids will really appreciate it. And so we just gonna pray that girl, yeah. I've been here almost 2 hours, honey. I got to let y'all go, honey, because I'm off. Y'all ain't off. Y'all ain't off. I'm off till Wednesday. I sure was trying to pick up a shift. I sure was trying to pick up a shift, but I was just like, no, Shantika, you need to rest. Because I have two jobs, I have my kids are a full-time job. Like literally, I was supposed to go my kid's godmother. She wanted to see the kids because they haven't seen them in a while since I've moved and everything, that she hasn't seen them. And so the kids got out of school. Violet got out of school at 3 o'clock, and so I was gonna go to her house. And so she was like, "Oh, I'm not home yet, and I'm going to the store." So I said, "Okay, cool." So we went home. I put food in the oven to finish baking. I baked the apple pie. I threw a load of laundry in the washing machine, washed and dried it. Not only did I do that, um, we did Viola's homework, and what all kids do, tell me at the last damn minute that she had a school project for the American Indian Heritage Month. Told me, and it's due tomorrow. Let me show y'all what she did. Y'all wait. I'm gonna get the project. I did all of that in 3 hours. Cooked dinner, washed, dried, and folded clothes. Cooked dinner and dessert. Did homework and did a last minute project that I hadn't. The girl knew for a whole week and didn't tell me until freaking today. I'm gonna show y'all the project. My dad helped too. He went to Lowe's. I'm gonna help because she had to do something for American Heritage. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna show y'all a project. Every time I get up, I feel like an old lady. I'm so sore. Okay, I'm back. So this is what Viola we did at the last minute. She told me about this project she knew. And so this is what she did. This is what we all did. My dad helped me. And so when I'm gonna be, my dad had to brag about it. So this is the y'all see it? Can y'all see? Oh, so this the project. I got the grass. I cut some of her damn plants. I know she gonna. I didn't leave it downstairs. I know she would cry about that. So this the project. We got the TP. We got the grass and a little fireplace. And I made Viola make some stick people. And so these the right here. This the Navajo Indians, Native American Indians by Viola Roper. And so my dad got this TP glue. Well, I glued it down with Gorilla Glue. Cause, but it looked pretty good. So she got her little first little second grade project. Let me go put it back. I'll be right back. Put it back. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, let me get this. Oh, Jesus, don't let that happen. So yes, I'm back. So in 3 hours, I did all of that. Did all of that. So I don't have time to fight with anybody because oh shit, I almost knocked over my drink. Um, I don't have time to fight with anybody because my kids are literally my whole existence at this point, you know. And we did that today because she was just like, "Oh, it's due tomorrow." I was just like, "Viola, how long you do?" Oh, she gave it to us before Thanksgiving break. I was like, "Really?" We were at the park for 5 hours every single day of Thanksgiving break, and you could have did this project. But I was just like, This is my karma because I've done that. My mother has done a lot. I mean, she ain't all bad, of course, obviously. I've done a lot of last minute projects. Stayed up 10 and 11 o'clock at night doing last minute projects. I didn't say anything until the very end, but I did that before too. So yeah, she gonna be a little jealous because my dad helped out because he really and he was so happy. He was like, "See, this is what I wanted to do." Because I even try to explain it to my mom. It's like I want to be the disciplinarian. Let me be the bad guy. I don't give a shit if they're mad at me because I'm the parent. I ain't supposed to be their best friend, but you're the grandparent. I want y'all to have fun and have a good fun relationship. It don't always have to be strict, 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 but it went in one ear and bounced off the side of her damn head because she don't get it. And my dad was so happy. Like he literally got in his truck and drove to Lowe's to get the little sticks to make a teepee. And he gave me the shoebox because I was like, "You got a shoebox?" He was like, "Yeah." And we did. He helped her. They sat to the table and I should have recorded it, but I don't be thinking about vlogging. And I be with my kids and stuff. And so yeah, he did it. It came out great. And so now she feel good. She got her little project and she'll talk about she keep calling them I keep saying Navajo. She keeps saying Navajo. The Navajo Indians. She talks so funny. And so yeah, we got that project done. So that's what I be doing, taking care of my kids. And this is what people don't understand. Kids do not like he keep talking about child support, child support. Kids care about experiences. She'll never forget that. Like my mom helped me with my project, and she didn't get to go to school with nothing in her hand. You know what I'm saying? We gonna do it. We're gonna do all this homework and we're gonna do the project. So yeah. So we got it done. We got it done. But yeah, this is my life. My life is kids. And then after we did all of that, and we went to their godmother's house and we stayed there till like 8 something, like 8:15. I told that girl we got to go. Bah. We got to leave because it was freezing. Like it's like 50 degrees right now in Miami. Like what the hell? Why so cold? That's cold to us. Like we don't live in the freeze with y'all. We do not live in no freeze. Honey. I had to go to the thrift store and buy them some jackets because it just be cold one day, hot the next day, freezing the next day, and then cold, and it's just ridiculous. And so I'm gonna have to go back to the store um because the daycare lost Valerian's jacket, and that was partially my fault because I forgot to ask her for it. Like, let me get that jacket because I usually be like real funny because I don't have money to be. And then it's so crazy because her teacher told me she couldn't find it, and it's like it's a black puffy jacket. Like no other kid has that jacket. And I bet you if I see another child wearing it, I'm like, that's her jacket. And that's my fault because I was too tired to put her name on the jacket. I ain't gonna be tired no damn more. Because I'm gonna go back to the thrift store to look for a jacket for Valerian because she needs a jacket. She has a sweater on today. And the only jacket I only bought her one jacket because that's the only one that I could find in her size. And so, yeah, I'm gonna have to buy her a jacket. I have to go to the thrift store and buy her a jacket. So yeah, it's my life. So anyway, we've been on live for 2 hours, and so I'm gonna let you guys go because I want to eat my cold dinner. It's cold now, and I'm gonna still eat some. I'm gonna eat some of it, and enjoy my lemon cake. I'm watching Cops. I don't never watch Cops, but yeah, I'm gonna watch some Cops and scroll through TikTok until the wee hours because this is my time. Like when my kids go to bed, this is my oh, you stay in Pensacola? Okay, so that's Central Florida. Central Florida get way colder than down here. Y'all gotta use jackets for real because y'all be way, especially Orlando and stuff. Y'all get way colder than Miami. I'm in Miami Lakes down south. And so yeah, when it get cold, it's just be like, what the hell, man? Oh, Lakeland? Okay. Yeah, all of y'all still gotta wear jackets too. It get in Central Florida always get more colder than down here, but one of these days, I'm telling you, I'm gonna hit it. I'm sure gonna hit it to Central Florida because I hate living down here. I do not want to live down here no more. But you gotta be careful with Orlando because the traffic is so horrible, and there's a sun pass everywhere. You gotta have a good working. I have to be really, really like financially stable, like financially stable where if something happens, I could just boom, drop a couple grand and get it fixed and get it taken care of. I can't be, because ain't nobody finna drive 3 hours to come help my ass. So for the time being, I have to live down here. So, which is okay. It's not so bad. So I'm gonna enjoy. I got one more day off, and I'll be going back to Amazon to the craziness. Thank God I didn't work tonight. I think today is Cyber Monday. Woo, child, I feel sorry for them. I'm glad I don't work. I need to make another Amazon video because there's some stuff that I gotta tell y'all too that I had to learn the hard way. So, um, yeah. So I will see you guys next time. Hopefully, it's with better news. Oh, you're in kissing me. Yeah. I know people say Kissimmee, but I grew up saying Kissimmee. So I like Kissing Me too because they have great prices for houses and stuff. So anyway, y'all have a good night. I will see you guys next time. Good night. Bye bye. See y'all.